But it was going to be a hard pill to swallow. And so, you know, you're like, all right, we're doing good, we're making money, and then all of a sudden, bang. Hello everybody, welcome back to the cabin. Welcome back to the Commonwealth cabin. Welcome back to Commonwealth Flipper. Thanks for joining us today. I've got some eBay good news and some eBay terrible news. So first with the good news. The good news is over the next 2 days, today and tomorrow, we're going to ship out 35 items for $1,880.02. So one of those is a big fundraiser though. So maybe let's say $1,300, somewhere around there. So that's still pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that. Bad news is, really, really bad news. We had the absolute worst return day I've ever had in 21 years. And we're going to talk about that in just a second. But let's take a look at the good stuff first. Kind of sad these are headed out of here. 1989. If you watch the Trash to Cash podcast, you know that was a good year for these little figures to come out from Applause. Because that's the year of the Michael Keaton Batman. $12.50 free ship on those. We had a lot of, we had 3 sets of these. So $12.50, $12.50, $12.50. It's not a whole lot of money, but you know, you times it times 3 with one listing. It's pretty good. My wife just told me before I came down here, she says, you know, because she was listing a few things. She's like, you know, almost half of what's sold, she listed. So I'm like, really? So yeah, check it out. And she's right. And this is one of those things. I pulled it out earlier. I know I was going to grab it. G.H. Bass. It's an old, I don't know, you know, you can see a fisherman or something wearing that thing. That's not broken, by the way. Just out of the clip. So that old hat sold for $10 plus shipping. All right, I'm headed back to about the same spot again, and that reminds me of something else my wife did. I know people always want her to come on the show. She'll come on. She listed, and some of you probably see this, probably getting towards the end of it now, I guess. Monster High dolls. And she's like, you know, how much did you pay for these? And I said, well, I bought them in 2 separate lots. You got to go check this auction out. It's going nuts. Tons of followers. And she told me it would, and I knew it would. I mean, I paid $20 for one lot, and I think like $5 for the other. And we just put them all together, hoping maybe a reseller would get them or something and sell them off. But it looks like there's tons of interest. 47 watchers last time she told me, and the bid's going up already. But anyway, these right here, we're selling them off in one big lot. And so she told me that she wanted to talk to the viewers because she wants a new dog, and this has to go up. That's what she told me. She's not getting a dog. Well, she might just get it anyways. That's not the right place. Where is it at? All right, here it is. It's an Atari joystick 2600. That reminds me of something else. Speaking of my family trying to, Reagan and her are in cahoots, boy. They're trying hard for a puppy. And I'm just like, y'all are crazy. You got too many animals. So Reagan asked me to find some stuff that she could do some fundraisers with for her gym where she gets all the money. So I told her I'd find some. That might work. Although those are already listed. I don't know. We'll see. I'll make her do a painting or something so she earns it. All right. That right there sold for $10. This came from the Once in a Lifetime sale. As did this, by the way. That sold for $10 plus shipping. This one up here came from the 127 sale. Not that one. Not that one. But this one, what is that? I'm not a Teletubbies expert, y'all. Poe? Is that right? I really have no idea. It's got the tag still, but it's, you know, it's not perfect. It's not like it's brand new or anything, but it's in good shape, and it's got the tag. So that one came from a sale where I was looking through some plush at the 127 sale, and she's like, oh, the good stuff's in the trailer. I'm like, really? I'm like, okay. So I got to go look through that. First person to look through it, found all kinds of crazy good stuff. So I don't know what I paid for that, $1 or $2, something like that. Sold for $22 plus shipping. So that hat, that Teletubby right there, Blue Ridge Mama listed for sure, and she listed this too. It is I think it's a lunch bag, like a Vera Bradley lunch bag. See how it's like not fabric, it's like washable. And it has the tag on it, and I don't remember buying it. So I don't know where it came from. I have no idea. Oh, what's it say on there? $34. Vera Bradley lunch bag. She must have bought it somewhere. I don't know. One of her clandestine Goodwill trips, more than likely. Or we got it from a viewer or something. I don't know where it came from. Let's see, that's not right. $20 plus shipping. So returns. So I've actually felt this way before, but a viewer sent me an email the other day that they had 3 returns in the same day, and that they felt like eBay wasn't worth it, and they just didn't know if they should keep going on. And I'm like, geez, you know what? You know what just happened to me? I just got 2 returns in the same day. One of them I had mentioned the other day, and I told you I wasn't going to talk about the other one. I said, knock on wood. I don't know if you remember that video or not. And then somebody pointed out that I had a black cat walking behind me when I did that. And that kind of negated the fact that I was knocking on wood, having a black cat behind me. I suppose that's true. You may remember that I had that Guerlain, I think that's how you pronounce it, perfume that the bottle had, when they took the lid off, there was still something broke off in it and they couldn't get to the perfume. So I mentioned that the other day, but I also had that Yashica camera come back. It was bought and they was like, we've tested it all out and it's really not functioning. We're going to send it back, even though it said as is, but whatever. All right, so they send the thing back because it wasn't listed as is, no returns. I actually had as is, and I actually had returns on, which was my fault. So when I responded to this person, I'm like, I felt that way too. I had these 2 returns, they were $100 each. Both sales were $100 plus shipping. One of them may have been $100 free shipping. I think the perfume. But it was going to be a hard pill to swallow. And so, you're like, all right, we're doing good. We're making money. And then all of a sudden, bang, you get hit with that return. The money that you're getting paid out isn't as much. Sometimes it's not even that. It's you owe eBay money and you got to start paying for the shipping because there's nothing for the money to come out of. You get that whole point. Long story short, I told them, hey, persevere through it. Try to learn through these circumstances. Learn through these things and try to make it, they're going to have returns. But if it was something that you did that you could have done different, make sure you don't do it again. Keep going, keep chugging, because it's going to happen. And then in the end, it's going to even out, and you're going to be making money. I promise you're going to be making money if you keep learning how to pick, keep learning how to ship. That's key. How to list even. Don't make those mistakes where people can either take advantage of you, or even you've made a mistake in portraying something that's not really what it is you're selling. All right, I say all that just to say this. I'm not going to open this up because I don't want you to see the letter, but I had a return show up later that day, and it showed up in my P.O. box, but I had no idea it was coming. You may remember this Sleep Number remote. This one I think was $100 plus shipping as well. So I had 3 returns for $100 a piece in the exact same day. Now this one was really odd because I had never seen a return request. I had never saw a message on eBay. The person just literally took it and shipped it back to my address. Didn't do anything through eBay at all. Nothing at all. Just shipped it to the P.O. box and they said, hey, this item probably works, but I can't get it. I can't figure out how to get it to hook up to my bed, so I'm sending it back. And I'm like, geez, I wasn't expecting, because you kind of get a forewarning, right? From eBay, you get that, you've got a return request, and then they might ship it back or they might not ship it back. Well, 2 came back. I was hoping neither would, but they both did. And then this showed up out of the blue. So, by the way, if you're ever returning something to eBay, do not do it this way. If I wanted to, I wouldn't have to return a dime for this at all. Unless they maybe if they kept their own tracking, because they didn't do this through eBay. They did this through the post office. And then made a case on eBay or something. Maybe. But eBay, if they don't see the tracking and see it getting shipped back, they're not going to make me pay for it. Now, I can tell that this woman is probably a little bit up in age. You can kind of tell by the writing on there. And it's more than likely somebody who just didn't know how to go through the process. And so this person's going to get a refund. Now, the good news is this. I just sold that camera again. This time I took it down to $75. As is, no returns. And this one's going to go overseas. It's going on global shipping. So we didn't make as much, but I want to make sure it got no returns this time, knowing that it doesn't work because the people who bought it the first time were camera people. I am more than likely going to get close to the $100 on that right there. I probably will list it for a little less and just tell people, hey, you know what? There's a solution to this, by the way. I'm not going to open it up and show you. I'll just show you what it is I'm talking about. if you take that cap off right there, there literally is the bottom half of that cap stuck down in there. All you would need to do is just get a drill with a tiny little drill in there and just drill down through it, and you can get that out of there. So it's not the end of the world. This still screws on. So somebody just needs to know that, and then they're going to pay for it. They're just probably not going to pay $100. They might pay $75 or $80 for it that way. And then, of course, I'm going to sell that remote for the exact same amount. I should get it fairly quickly. I mean, putting the batteries in, going through the stuff, it works. So I just don't think they could figure it out. So I'm probably going to make $50 less the second time around than I did the first time around. Those returns don't hurt nearly as bad as when somebody sends something back that is damaged, broken, that you can't ever resell, even for a lesser amount. That lady even left her phone number. She said, hey, give me a call if you want to talk about it. That's pretty cool. Sold another Wild Turkey Federation hat right there, 2001. And that one sold, I think this one sold to a viewer. And it sold for $7.50 plus shipping. All right, this one did go to a viewer. It went to Bill. So Bill, thank you. He says, hey, I saw this hat in your last video and I had to get one. His hat's worn out anyways, he says, and I thought it'd be a great way to support one of my favorite YouTubers. So Bill, the question is, one of your favorite YouTubers. So, you know, that makes me a little jealous, you know. So have I been bested by Harry Tornado again? Is that what you're going to tell me? Either way, I really do appreciate it, and thank you for the purchase, and I hope you enjoy the hat. As long as it's not NC Flipper, my ego couldn't take that. Next item I bought here from Tennessee, 127 last year. I didn't get it up and listed till not too long ago. I think that's where I got this. Ooh, I just knocked myself on the head. I need a helmet for this helmet. Anyway, that one right there sold for... I had trouble with it for a minute because I kept looking up that number, but that number's for the mask. There's a different number for the helmet, and that one sold for... I paid just a couple bucks. $32 plus shipping. Roanoke, Virginia. I make it down there 3-4 times a year. I paid $1 for them, if I have the sale correct anyway, and I think I have the right sale. And they sold for $15 plus shipping. I don't think we cleaned them or anything, so just sold them as is right there. Been doing that a lot lately. Probably shouldn't, but it's just a matter of time trying to get stuff out of here. $15 plus shipping. Next item sold to Juanita, a viewer right here. Look at that. I like that. Pepsi Collector Series Mickey Mouse Fantasia. 1940, y'all. 81 years ago. Blows my mind. Anyway, not that I was alive back then or anything, you know. And it should be Anchor Hawking. I should be made in the USA, I believe. It's hard to see this unless you get the light, but pretty sure that's what it is. And this one's done by Pepsi. This one went out to Juanita in Texas. It's one of my best buddies growing up. 3 houses down from me growing up in California. His mom was named Juanita. Boy, she could cook too. Boy, we love going down there. We called her Juanie. Anyway, not that you care. I'm a YouTube sub and really enjoy the videos. I appreciate the content. Just wanted to support the business. This cup is for my son Xavier's birthday. Happy birthday, Xavier. Hope you enjoy it, and thank you, Juanita. Just grabbed this guy out of the Washington bin. It's from the Lost and Found sale. And that's over on the Commonwealth Auctions channel. If you want to go check it out, secret sourcing location. And that one, believe it or not, sold for $14. That's what it sold for. Not too bad. It's like an $8 profit on that. It's pretty good. Sold a DVD, a new in package sealed DVD. I got this with Prison of Profit with Dante when he came down last year. And I just heard a cha-ching right there. Dinner Party. The Barefoot Contessa. If you've ever watched her. $14.95 for that one, free shipping. And I think I paid, I want to say I paid 99 cents. I want to say I negotiated that deal. Can't really remember. But they had a bunch of these, and I think I went and talked to the manager. I'm like, hey, I'll buy them all if you give them to me cheap. So I think that's what happened. Not 100% sure, but not making a ton of money. But it's super light, $15 free ship. All right, Turner's here, little homeschool hustler right here, and he's got a couple of sales. I bought that right out from underneath a little girl, and I felt so bad I had to go buy her whatever she wanted. Actually, I called this one Nemo, and the little girl told me I was crazy because it's not Nemo. Do you know who it is? Dory.
Dory.
Dory. And this is, you remember that movie?
Up.
Up.
The dog from Up.
I think that's what it's called anyways. Doug.
Doug,
that's right. And that one I think sold for $10 plus shipping, and that one for $6 plus shipping. I think that's right. And that's definitely enough for you to do what?
save $1, spend $1, donate $1.
You got it.
Donate $1. Buy.
And people ask, you always say buy and I cut it off, but people ask about donate. You know, we've got lots of new people. Yesterday, there was 129 new subscribers to this channel alone. And so they ask questions like, what do you donate to? So do you know the charity? Well, you don't know the charity. It's called Compassion, but you have a little boy that you sponsor down in Haiti. Do you know his name? Vinsky, that's right. Okay, and we also give to different charities $1, Isaiah 117. Blue Ridge Mama, your mama didn't like me talking about this. She says it's bragging, but some people ask, so I got to say it every once in a while. But it's not our money. We shouldn't be bragging. We should be thanking these people because they're the ones giving the donations, because we're giving the donation every time they buy something. So they're doing it, not us. So I tell her we're not bragging because they're doing it, okay? And the animal shelters and taking care of animals, a couple different ones. Actually, 3 different ones at this point. And then what's the other one? We do one more. What's the other charity we give to? I can't even remember. There's one more somewhere. Oh, no, I said it. Isaiah 117. Animal shelters, different ones. Well, whatever. You guys get the point. Oh, and Paul Philly Flipper. We're doing that for those fanny packs. Where are those fanny packs? Right there. We're giving that over to the refugees in Ukraine. Although that one may have run out by now. He may not be taking money for that anymore. So that's all right. We sent him extra to make up for it. Anyway, thank you, bud.
Bye.
Can't believe I forgot it. It's the one we were given to first, St. Jude's. That's an automatic one, and that's why I forget it. We just automatically do it. So anyway, thank you all to everybody out there who's bought anything from us, from the kids store, when we used to have a kids store, or Homeschool Hustler stuff, or any of the stuff over on CommonwealthPicker.com. Thank you all for that, because a lot of it is going to $1 from every single sale. The kids have to do, well, they don't have to, they want to at this point. And they get to keep one to save. And a thank you to Earl as well for buying plants for the Commonwealth shipping table over on CommonwealthPicker.com. We appreciate it. You may remember a video on the Commonwealth Picker channel where a gentleman grabbed a purse right out from underneath me at a table, but we did really, really, really well. And I got this Victoria's Secret Angel perfume at that sale for, I don't know, I want to say $1. Maybe $2, but it's sold, I don't even remember, to be honest with you, but I'll say $5, it doesn't matter. It's sold for $45 plus shipping. The ones, if you ever seen with the wings, those are pretty good, so pretty happy about that sale. I sold another one of these. What do you know? Really, I'm not even going to say we're getting close to the end, but we're getting close to the end, and this one went to a viewer. About half of them do. This one went to Chad. Thanks so much. By the way, if you're listening right now, doing some work, I'm talking about Twisted Radio Waves, Dr. Demento, Jerry Garcia interview, and songs. Thanks so much for the great content and helpful advice, Sean. I saw this in several videos, guessing it must be worth a listen. Chad's Rare Treasures. Thank you, Chad. I don't think I've ever sold a VCR to a viewer before, but this one did, and I'm going to read you the comment right here. Here's the JVC, has the AV cables with it, and the sealed blank VHS. And this one's going to Joel and Christy. And it says, your videos have helped us through some very difficult times recently with some health concerns that we've had this year. We are finally doing better. That's awesome. Really good to hear. But recently had our basement flooded. If it's not one thing, it's another, right? It forced us to go through a lot of boxes that we had stored. When we did, we finally found our old wedding videotape. That's awesome. Watching it will be a great way to celebrate our better well-being. We've recently started reselling as Willow Lane Prims. Did I get that right? That's what I see here on eBay. So thank you all so much. Glad to hear you're doing better, and I hope you enjoy watching that videotape. All right, y'all, we have Reagan here and Sophie here. Reagan's got her gymnastics shirt on, which is appropriate because we're going to give some thank yous to people who bought things on CommonwealthPicker.com. She's taking some of the money she makes, because she makes money off of that store as well. She's been doing a lot of the shipping and all, and you're doing the computer work too. Mm-hmm. So I'm really proud of you. So she's going to take a little of her own money. We're going to give her a little bit of money, and she always does a fundraiser each year for her gymnastics fundraiser, and she does a few things, and she's got one here. So we're going to run a few auctions. So she does a few things, then Daddy throws a couple things in. I'm going to throw in probably a first edition mug, which I'm pretty stingy with those, Reagan, so you're welcome. But nothing compares to this. So she did the new Enema Man drawing. Painting. This is a painting.
I've
She
never
painted
painted
that.
it.
We get things moving painting on a canvas right there.
Yeah.
So we're going to do that, and we're going to run a few auctions for her. I hope nobody gets out of control, to be honest with you, doing these auctions, because sometimes they get for way too much money. We feel bad. So I don't know. But at any rate, she's doing that. She's raising some money because it is expensive to be a gymnast, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes. Does Daddy remind you of that all the time? How
Yeah.
expensive it is? He probably does. Anyway, Sophie, it's expensive to be a dog too. You know that? That's right. Y'all are eating me out of house and home. Anyway, we're going to run a few so you can keep an eye out for, I don't know, it'll have Commonwealth Picker in the title, so you can check that out on eBay. And if you read in the description, you'll see which ones are for Reagan. So, at any rate, thank y'all for doing that. I'm going to give a thank you to a bunch of people, Reagan, so you're going to be feeling weird that I'm just
And this is kind of
filming
random, but
you.
I'm glad that Teletubby sold.
You're glad the Teletubbies
Yeah.
sold? You
don't
like that?
Teletubbies.
You don't like them, huh?
I don't like
They're a little
bunch
freaky?
of these dolls in here.
Oh, most of the freaky ones aren't still here.
I like that Care Bear though.
Yeah. Yeah. Pretty cool. And Tweety.
Yeah.
You like this one?
Yeah.
Not too bad. I told the viewers that you want another puppy.
Yes, I really want to.
And then I told
Sophie
them
can have a friend.
that you couldn't have one. Y'all, you have 4 cats, a puppy, 4 chickens.
2 of those cats weren't me. Those were mom. Lord, Mom. And
Anyway.
chickens were kind of you too.
Oh, jeez. All right, here we go. Tommy, Pack Rat Picker. Reagan, this is 1/3 of the people who bought something, so you have a ton of work that you're going to have to do tomorrow morning.
I know.
So, at any rate, here we go. Tommy, Pack Rat Picker. I think that's an eBay name. Douglas, Mary Claire. You hearing this, Sophie? Are you saying thank you? SM Postcards. That's Mark, Karen, Marna from Toys and Stuff for You and Me, Deanna, Kristen, Jason, Amanda from New South Wales, from Australia, of all places. And Turner sold a Dory, which I think they were in New South Wales in that movie. Do you remember?
I remember. I don't
Finding
know
Nemo?
where they are.
I
but
think that's where they got out in the dentist and all that. I don't know. I could be wrong. Jennifer, Manuel, and Otilla. I think that's right. From San Jose, California. Keith and Janet from Minnesota. Keith, he's the one who gave us that sign. Keith is so good to us, and Janet. So hopefully you guys are doing well. They got a couple of the fanny packs, but those people bought tons of the Enema Men, T-shirts, mugs, hats, the whole 9 yards. I think we're definitely out of hats at this point, for sure. I don't know. Should we order another set, a few dozen? I feel like I'm tempted, but I just don't know. I don't like to reorder the same stuff, but we will. We might. You want to say goodbye, Sophie? Okay, and if they want to get this stuff, where do they go?
Bye, and don't forget to get your sticker at CommonwealthPicker.com.
For all you multi-platform listers, this sold, which by the way reminds me, thank you to everybody who's gone over to the Commonwealth Auctions channel to listen to the video about why we chose List Perfectly, and the people who have used the affiliate links as well. There's some in this video and in that video. And let me know how it's going. How many of you out there list on multi-platforms, do it through a service or not? And tell me in the comments which platforms are doing well for you. I know a lot of people who use List Perfectly have told me lately which platforms are doing well for them, but I don't want to say it out here. I'm going to let you tell us in the comments. Tell us which ones are doing well. Of course, eBay, look at that. Sold another. I just had a cha-ching right before the camera went on, and we just had another cha-ching right there. So 2 sales. Let's see. $111 plus shipping. Pretty cool. Love it. You have to wait till the next episode to see what they were. This is Gerald Giraffe, 16-inch giraffe here. It's a Kohl's Care. Those don't always sell very well, by the way, but this one does, especially if the neck's okay, right? If the neck flops over, it's a little rough. But this one's sold for $12 plus shipping. And a huge, huge thank you to Robert. I think it's Montego Selections. Or I know the eBay, if I remember, is eBay. It's Montego 1995. This auction, the signed, I'll tell you what, I don't think Matt's hat was signed. I don't think it was. No, Matt's hat wasn't signed, but I did sign this hat. And let me tell you what I'm going to do here, because guess what? Matt sent me a signed hat. So there you go. And his wife signed it as well. So look at that. So I'm going to switch this one out right here. And you are getting a signed hat from Matt Part-Time Pickers and a signed hat from me. And the stickers, we'll throw in some extra goodies as well, including him and some of the big stickers and just whatever we got laying around. So just as a giant thank you, because $550, y'all. And all of this money is going to go through Paul Philly Flipper to the refugees in Ukraine or out of Ukraine, depending on where they are at this point. And if you haven't seen that, go over to Paul's channel, Philly Flipper, and you'll see that video a couple videos ago where he explains it. And let me read the message. Such an important cause, and thankful to be blessed enough to be able to do this and to help those who are in such dire need. I marvel every day at the strength and courage of the Ukrainian people. They are a tremendous inspiration in the midst of such a tragedy. While I would love to have the hats, oh boy, I see where this is going already, especially after I said all that. And I already have an enema man. Go ahead and keep the entire lot and use them for another charitable purpose. Thank you for this opportunity to give where we know it's legit. All right, so when people do that, it kind of throws me for a loop, to be honest with you, because that kind of generosity is amazing. So thank you. I don't even know what to do because I feel awful. I want to send it to you anyways. So at the same time, we could do something else, but we'll see. I'm definitely going to send you something, if nothing else, a thank you card or something for that. And I will pass that on to Paul, let him know as well. And maybe we can post it on, send me an Instagram if I haven't posted over there. If you want, you probably don't even care about a thank you, but I'm overwhelmed with your generosity. And I know it's going to a good cause. And I really do appreciate it. A really quick thank you. Check out this shirt. Got it from King George Flipper, Terry. And look at that, history nerd. Love it. Got the dotted I right there. Thank you so much for that. And she has a YouTube channel. Y'all should go check it out. And I really do appreciate it. And thank you for the very kind note as well. And you've got some history up there in King George County, Virginia. Thank you. I just finished, well, Blue Ridge Mama finished shipping in here. She just came and crushed it. So she did a ton of stuff. I came in here and half it was done already. We just knocked it out together. So big thank you to Blue Ridge Mama. I still have VCR over here I got to pack. And another special order for something else. And that's about it. And we'll call it a night. So thank you to Blue Ridge Mama. And a thank you to Sean and Teresa, 5 Buy Me a Coffees over at buymeacoffee.com/Commonwealth towards the new shed. And I'm just going to say that, well, I'm hoping that there's an announcement soon. It won't be done or even here or any of that, but I'm hoping there's an announcement soon. I have a great feeling about it this time, I hope. Knock on wood again. All right, what else do I got? American Bubble Boy. I just made my order for American Bubble Boy. I do the subscription plan, and I ran out before the subscription got here. We've been shipping so much stuff, so I did that, and thank you all for using those links below. I do appreciate it, and I know Joel does too over there at American Bubble Boy. And what else? I think that's it. Oh, somebody asked about the List Perfectly code. It's Commonwealth. And 30% off the first month, I think is what it is. It is, the code's down there in the description too. So thank you to everybody. Monchico Selections again. You guys are awesome. I don't even know what to say other than thank you. Grown to a great cause. So thanks to everybody out there. You guys have a great day, and I can't wait to see you next